Hi guys, it's Carrie Ann, and this week's book pick is the middle grade book, Back on the Map. Back on the Map opens with Penny as she enters the end of her school year getting ready for summer. And while most kids are really excited about the end of school and the start of summer, Penny actually dreads it because summer usually means her and her twin brother Parker are being shuffled to another family somewhere to live, especially because their Granty, who they live with now, is actually quite old, and I think the twins tend to cover up the fact that their Granty isn't really capable of taking care of them. A realization occurs to Penny that all the places they've lived have been sort of small towns, have been places that have never been large enough or had anything fabulous about them to be indicated on a map. So of course she determines that must be the reason. If she can build something spectacular about New Hope, where they live, to warrant a spot on the map, that will also bring with them a more permanent place. So this is her mindset, and now she has a new challenge, the new challenge to find sort of this spectacular project, which turns out to be an abandoned building, which at one point was an orphanage for exceptional children. Children, it seems, who have these gifts, which it turns out Penny and her brother also have these gifts. Now the town just seems to be in this giant gray funk. If she can bring that joy back by getting everybody kind of involved with turning that New Hope building into something spectacular, then she's destined to find her true home. I loved Penny's total optimism. That's one thing that's great about, kids, and somehow we tend to lose it as we get into adults, that we don't necessarily look at a project, because as an adult, if we looked at, I'm going to transform this, abandoned building into a spectacular new place, don't really know what it is, everybody's going to be excited and involved. Before you even finish that thought as adults, most of us would probably be like, oh man, that's way too much work, it's not going to happen, there's so many regulations, all that sort of stuff. But Penny doesn't let any of that get in her way. She just starts doing things, she gets local kids involved, and gradually that enthusiasm spreads through the town and other people get involved. So there's that part, just her enthusiasm, the whole idea of one person and one idea can really impact so many other people, which I think is a great message for kids. It isn't an adult that comes in to try and save the day, it is a child that comes in. There's so many things that I liked about Back on the Map. It is such a positive, lighthearted, forward-thinking, enthusiasm-filled story, which I think sometimes everybody could use a little dose of. As always, you can find me here on Wednesdays talking books for kids, but I'm also here talking mom confessions, family travel, and other fun family stuff. So don't forget to subscribe so you know when the next video is published, and until next time, ciao!